Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a haul because I got some new makeup brushes, and I haven't gotten new makeup brushes in a really long time. The only makeup brushes that I use is by Morphe. I don't really like using any other makeup brushes just because I'm more comfortable with Morphe brushes. I know there are other brands out with makeup brushes, but I'm more comfortable with Morphe. So I picked up the whole, I think it's called like the gunmetal set. I think it comes with like 23 brushes. It looks like this, like the packaging looks like this. I also got a few from work for my discount, and it's like a rose gold color. And then I just got the simple black packaging, which is kind of boring, but these are actually cheaper than the rose gold and the gunmetal, so whatever. Like, yeah, so I'm just probably gonna like talk about the brushes that I got, talk about the quality, what type of brushes they are, how do you use them. That's pretty much it. So yeah, what order do I want to start in? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this brush. This is a Morphe Y7 brush, and it's fluffy like this. I think you can use this for like foundation maybe, or like pressed powder. I would probably use this as, I don't know, you could probably use this to like buff out your foundation, or like I said, to use setting powder. Not setting powder, but well, yeah, setting powder to set your foundation. You can kind of just like pack it on, and it kind of looks similar to this brush, which is like a flat top brush, and it's very soft and synthetic, which I really like. What else? This is definitely a foundation brush. This is the Y6 brush, and it's super flat like this. This would be good for like buffing out foundation. Either way, I still like to go over with my beauty blender right on top just to make my foundation super even, flawless. I usually just don't only use brushes, but these two I would use as like face brushes. So again, this is the Y7, and it's like really fluffy. That. And this is the Y6. Okay. This is the Y8 brush. I kind of don't remember what kind of brush this is. I should actually look it up on Morphe.com so I can tell you guys exactly what kind of brush each brush does. Okay, so I thought this was called the gilded, the gunmetal set, but it's called the gilded set, and it looks like this. And it shows like all the brushes in which each brush is. Oh wow, now it's out of stock and I just ordered it. Thank God. Okay. So the Y8 brush is a mini tapered highlight and contour brush. So I guess that means that you could use this to like apply your concealer like under your eyes if you want to like this, or to contour. You could probably use this to cream contour too. I'm a little iffy with brushes, like fluffy brushes like this. I like to use really like dense brushes to contour, but I guess you can use this like set under your eyes also, and it fits perfectly like right under. And again, this is like super soft. Next is going to be the Y19 brush. I think all these brushes are like the Y ones. Yeah. The Y19 brush. The Y19 brush is a pointed blender, which looks like this. If it would focus, there you go. Looks like this. And it's super fluffy. All the brushes are fluffy. This I would probably use to like blend out my eyeshadow. Or like maybe like the crease also. You just stick it in the crease and just like go back and forth. Yeah, this is really nice. It looks like that. The next brush is the Y13 brush, which is obviously a fan brush. I kept this on over it because I don't want it to get all like dusty and like nasty, but you can take it off. And it looks like this. I used to really like applying my highlight with like a fan brush, but now I don't really like to. I don't know why. I like more something that's like tapered, but that's this one. And obviously just go like that. Yeah, this is the Y13, and again it looks like this. Next is going to be the Y21 brush. I believe this is like a concealer brush. Let's see. Oh, it says flat definer. So I guess you could use this to like define under your eyebrows if you want to clean up your concealer. Is that a fly? Get the fuck out of here. Like right under the brows and just like carve out your eyebrows with concealer. This would be a really good brush for that. Again, this is a Y21 brush and it looks like this. If for any reason in this video you hear me talking like really low, it's because like there are people around and I really hate talking in my videos when other people are around, but I gotta get this video up, so I apologize for that. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the Y3 brush, which is a pro pointed powder brush. So this you can definitely use. Some people like to use this to contour or to set like under the eyes, like the powder, and it feels really nice under the eyes too, like really soft. It looks like this and it's super soft. I really love the packaging of these brushes. Like it feels like very dense and it just feels nice to use. Next is going to be the Y4 brush, which is Deluxe angled brush. This definitely used to contour because it's on an angle. Definitely fits like under the cheekbones and it looks like this. Alright, got a lot of brushes. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the Y12 brush, and this is a good brush to use to contour. Looks like this. This is the kind of brushes I'm talking about to cream contour. It's very sturdy. It's slim also, so it's really good for like nose contouring because it's very straight, and the cheekbones as well. Anywhere you want to contour, this is a good brush to use. Again, this is the Y12 and it is a pro flat contour brush. So next is the Y5 brush, and this is a pro tapered blush. So yes, it's tapered because it's very like, how do I explain this? It's like slim, it's flat, but it's still fluffy on the top. So you could either apply your blush like that, or you can apply your blush like that. I kind of like to just apply it like on the side of the blush. But yeah, it's very similar to the Y8 blush. It's similar to the Y8 brush because they're both tapered, but the blush brush is more fluffy and this one is more like flat, so you can see the difference. The next brush is going to be the Y16 brush, and it is Deluxe Fluff. So this will be good for like blending your eyeshadow. Very similar to the Y19 brush. This one is more tapered and this one is fluffy. Again, this is the Y16 brush. I keep wanting to say blush and it's brush. This you could also use to like buff out your crease in like circular motions, you know. It's very soft. Nothing really much to say about it. The quality is great, and yeah. So next is another eyeshadow brush. This is a Y18 brush, and this brush is Tapered Blending Fluff. I guess you can say it's similar to the Y18, right? No, the Y16 brush, but it's just tapered and it's fluffy. I don't know, for this brush I would probably use it to like pack eyeshadow on my eyelids. Just go like that. That's basically it. Yeah, this would be like a good eyeshadow packing brush. I'm getting so tongue-tied. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Next we have the Y17 brush, which is similar to the so many like Y brushes. Alright. So this one is similar to the Y16 brush. Now this one is fluffy but also tapered, right? Yeah, so it's a lot more straight up and just fluffy right here. This one is like flared out and fluffy. So these are the differences between the two. This is the Y18 and this one is the Y17. So this is how it looks like. And again, this will also be good to blend out your crease if you're doing like a cut crease. It fits like right in the crease and you can just easily blend. So this is another good brush to use. This one is the Y23 brush, and this one is Pro Angled Liner, so this you can use for your eyeliner. Usually I like angled brushes to use for my eyebrows. I'm not really comfortable with using brushes like these for eyeliner just because I've been so used to the Tarte's liner, like the brush that comes with it. So it's like a bent brush and I like it because it's just easier for me to use. This one, I feel like it's just harder for me to apply eyeliner with it. I prefer angled brushes for my eyebrows, but that's just me. Again, this is a Y23 brush. Next is the Y10 brush, which is Mini Detailed Contour, right? Yeah. So it's very dense, but it's also fluffy. So you could use this to cream contour. I'm not sure. I think it'll be too big to contour your nose unless you have a larger nose. But this will be really good to cream contour. A lot of these brushes can be used for cream contouring, like the Y12, this is good for cream contouring. This brush, the Y10, is good for cream contouring. That's pretty much it. The next brush, I think this is like for like highlight, just to double check, the Y14, it is Pro Detailed Highlight. Yeah, I was right. So this is a kind of like brush I like to use for highlighting instead of like the fan brush. I like the top of the brush to look like this. I don't know why, I just feel like it's just a preference. I prefer this. So yeah, this you can definitely use to do a little highlight, and it fits right on the ball of the nose, and it's really easy to do on the bridge of your nose, on the cupid's bow, wherever. So this is a really good one. This one's also pretty fluffy. And again, this is the Y14 brush. Next is the Y2 brush, and this one is Tapered Powder. I should have did these brushes like in order, but I literally was too lazy to like line them up in order. It would have been so much simple, and that just made it so confusing for you guys. I'm so sorry. We already started the video, so now I'm gonna keep going. But this is the Y2, and it's a tapered powder. So this one is, I'm trying to think, you could probably use this to like set your under eyes. There's a lot of brushes you can use to set your under eyes. I think it just depends on the frame of your face. If you have like a wide face, I would prefer a larger brush. If you have a smaller face, then use a smaller brush. So this would be good to like set your under eyes or just set anywhere on your face with some powder. Again, this is a Y2, and it looks like this. It's dense on the top and super soft. Another brush you can use to set for your under eyes. This is a Y11 brush, and this is like the most common brush that people use to set their under eyes. Not the actual brush itself, but the way the brush looks. So it looks like this. It's super tapered and fluffy, and you can definitely set your under eyes just by doing this. Feels super comfortable, super soft on the face, very, very soft. Some people like to use this to contour. I don't really like tapered brushes to use to contour. I just don't. That's just my preference. I don't know. Next is going to be the Y20 brush. This brush is Pro Round Crease. This brush is good to do like cut creases if you want to blend out a cut crease. And when I say like blend out a cut crease, I don't mean like when you're blending like your transition shade with like the defined shade that's in the crease. I mean like if you want to get like the defined shade, you would use a brush that's more tapered like this. It's very tapered and very dense. This one would be good for when, like, right after you cut the crease and you want to go in with some shadow right in the crease. This would be a good brush to use, just going right in and kind of just going back and forth. And then if you wanted to blend out your crease shade with your transition shade, you can go in with the Y17, which is the fluffy brush, and like just like buff it out, you know what I mean? So that's that. Next is the Y9. Let me see. And this is a detailed contour, so a lot of these are like detailed and precision contour. They're like a bunch of contour brushes. This you could also use to contour as well. I would probably use this to contour. You don't always have to use the angle brush to contour. Where's the angle brush? This is the angle brush right here. You don't always have to use this to contour. You could use something that's like this. It's up to you. I like the angled because it fits nicely under my cheekbones. This you could use as well. Does the same thing. The next brush is going to be the Y1, which is the first brush I should have spoke about. This is like a larger version of the Y3. Let me show you guys something. So the Y3, the Y11, and the Y1, they're all tapered, just different sizes. So all these you can use to set under your eyes. This is like maybe for like a small face, a large face, medium face, whatever. But for the Y1, this one, it says precision pointed contour. So I guess you could use this to contour. I don't see why not. You could also use it to set under the eyes for like a large area space. If you don't want to get in like a small area and you want to cover the whole section, you could definitely use this to like fill in the whole section under your eye. This is how it looks like. Super fluffy. We're almost done. Okay, so now we're up to the Y15 brush. This is another like eyeshadow brush, but to be specific, it says Deluxe Round Blender. So you can use this to blend your eyeshadow. Looks like the other eyeshadow brushes. Super fluffy. The last brush from this collection or this set is going to be the Y22, which is Detailed Bullet Crease. So this is like a really smaller version of that other crease brush that I showed you. This you could use to really define the cut crease, like make it super dark at the crease so you can see the difference from the crease and the shade of your lid. So like, let's say, because usually for cut creases you're using like 3 different colors. So let's say for your lid you're using like a pale like taupe color, and then for your crease you want to use like a brown and like a orange color. The orange color would be your transition, and the brown will be for like your crease, your definition. You never want to use like a really dark color for your transition shade because it's gonna look like you got punched in the eye. So this would be for like the part where you really want to define that crease and make it super sharp. This is the brush to use. This is the Y22. It looks like this, very small. And that's it for the gilded set. I kept calling it the gunmetal, but I think the gunmetal one is the silver set. But yeah, this is called the gilded set. Now I picked up some brushes from work, only a few from like the rose gold collection. This is like another like tapered brush. I don't know the specific name for this, but this you could use to set under your eyes, or you can use to contour. I prefer to use this to set my under eyes. Excuse me. This is the R13 brush, and it looks like this. So I have quite a few brushes now that look just like this, just different packaging. I personally like to have multiple of the same kind of brushes because if I'm doing makeup on other people, I don't want to have one brush of that one thing, and then like let's say I gotta do makeup after on someone else, I have to clean that brush, you know, and then use that same brush on someone else. Where I rather just have multiple of the same brushes. That's just me. Some people might think it's a waste, but I think, you know, only you are winning in the end when you have multiple of the same brushes, because you don't gotta keep cleaning the same ones over and over and over, and then your bristles become crappy because you're cleaning them so much that the quality is turning into shit. So that's for this brush. The next brush is the R6 brush, which is a foundation brush. Sorry, my camera had cut off because it said that the camera was getting hot. But anywho, I was saying that this was a foundation brush, super dense and flat. This is really good to buff out. Again, this is like another do I want to say like a replica of like another brush that I already have. So yeah, I already have a brush like this. I just wanted another one. So this is a similar one to the Y6. This one is just a little bit more wider. This one is a little bit more tapered. Yeah. Next is like an eyeshadow fluffy like blending brush. This is the R35. Different packaging, same kind of brush as I have in my gunmetal, my gilded set. Looks like this. Just wanted another, you know, fluffy eyeshadow brush because I don't have enough of those, and I constantly use the same brushes. Like, I've known you guys have been watching my videos for like the past year. I've been using the same brushes. I haven't gotten new brushes in a freaking long time, like such a long time. So that's why I kind of just bought mad brushes. Next we have the brushes where it looks like these are like the regular ones. This one is the E14, and this brush is super good to use to pack on eyeshadow all over your lid. It looks like this. It's really, really dense, and this is good if you're using like an eyeshadow that's super pigmented and you want all the color payoff. You're definitely gonna get the payoff if you use an eyeshadow brush that looks like this. Or you can use like a super flat eyeshadow brush, but I prefer the dense ones because it picks up more product. You don't gotta keep, you know, dipping in. All you really have to do is literally, like, say if this is my eyeshadow palette, right, and I dip it in and just go like that and tap it off, and then whatever like excess comes off, it just dusts off in the air, and whatever is left on the brush you just pack on your eyes, and it's really good. And the packaging is pretty nice too. I like how it's like very like thick, then it goes very like slim. It's just easy to hold. Next is the M511, and this is like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. Looks like this. I usually don't like white brushes. I don't know why. I usually hate it because I hate how it looks like when it gets dirty, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta clean it because it's white and it's noticeable. But that's that. This is also going to be like a crease brush, kind of like from the gilded set. This is the E18, and it looks like this. So this is just another crease brush that I wanted to get because I don't have enough of those. I've usually been using like flat eyeshadow brushes to do my creases, and it's literally hard. Like, if you get certain brushes to do certain things, doing eyeshadow makes it a lot easier. So that's why I bought more brushes, because I'm like, I need brushes that do specific parts of my eyeshadow look, so that way I can achieve the looks that I want to achieve. Because if I just use brushes that are not meant to achieve certain looks, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied, then my eyeshadow look isn't going to come out nice, and then I'm going to be like, oh, it's the palette, or oh, it's this, when it's really the brush, you know. So next is the M500, and this is so good to highlight. It's synthetic, and I love it. It's all black. It's similar to the Y14. This is for highlighting, this little one, but I love this big one for highlighting because it's synthetic and it just fits nicely on the skin, and it's just easy to apply the highlight. Love this. Love, love, love. This is a must-have. Again, this is the M500. Definitely get it. It's super fluffy. And yeah, the last brush is going to be the Morphe E45. I love this brush. Now, I have not used it yet, but I love the packaging. I love how it's made specifically to contour your nose, cream contouring specifically. It just fits nicely and it's dense, so you're gonna get all the product on your face that you want. It's not gonna disappear in the brush, you know what I mean? When you get like, kind of like when you use like a makeup sponge and like all the foundation is sucked into the sponge, like kind of like with this brush, the makeup product isn't gonna get like stuck inside here. It's gonna stay on top because it's dense. If you use dense brushes, the product is gonna stay on top for the most part. Yeah, it'll seep in a little bit, but for the most part, you'll get all the product that you paid for, and it's gonna stay at the top. So this is good to cream contour or to set your nose contour, which is super, super good. Again, this is the E45, and it looks like this. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my videos. Trying to be consistent as possible. It's super duper hard. but I am trying. Thank you to those who recently subscribed to me. It means a lot, so much. I really appreciate if you give my video a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to. What else? I don't know, just let you know, my Instagram is TheRealShayna. My Snapchat is TheRealShayXO. I do not have a Facebook, no Twitter, no Tumblr. What else? That's it. So yeah, I'm also wearing a romper from Fashion Nova. I did a Fashion Nova like haul video. If you guys want to see that, that's also in my videos, in my recent videos, like 3 to 4 weeks old now. It looks like this. Super cute. That's basically it. I also got new tattoos, finger tattoos right here. Anything else I want to update you guys on? I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say except for thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
I'ma fuck your bitch until I pass out.